So I just wanted to highlight some magic moments, if you excuse the expression, we've been enjoying in our South Wales garden here for the last few days, where in early June and late May things have warmed up, and with the daylight hours increasing, everything seems to have burst into flower. And one of my favorites here is, oh, can you smell that? It smells gorgeous. These well, you might call them Doris pinks or border carnations. And if you're wondering how we managed to get so many flowers on this pot, I'm going to actually cut some of these and put them inside on my desk for the perfume. All those buds to come as well. The secret, of course, to getting all those flowers, like on most plants, is to make sure they've got plenty of potash. So my beloved has been using our famous tomato fertilizer, which is high in potash. And just as we get loads of flowers on our cacti, let's just show you a picture of the cactus. There you go. Using the tomato food. Cool. Can you hear those birds? It works on those border carnations as well. Just behind, look at those flowers just starting to go over now on our Crinodendron, which was looking fantastic a week or so ago. Still looking lovely, but just starting to go over. Over yonder is our Sambucus, black elderberry there. Is it a shrub? Is it a tree? Either way, it makes a lovely kind of feature there. And this year I'm going to try and collect some of the berries to see if we can make some elderberry juice, or maybe some elderberry wine. And if those birds will just be quiet for one moment, perhaps my final highlight would be that Cordyline coming into flower there, that palm, Torbay palm, which I've had now for 40 years. In 1985, when we had a really cold winter here in South Wales, -16 or something for a couple of weeks, in a different garden, I had that palm tree, and the whole thing died back to the ground, no sign of any plant. And then just as I was about to dig it up and start again in the June, I noticed just a tiny little shoot just kind of starting in the ground, a couple of leaves on, and from that shoot we now have had a palm tree for 40 years, and as you can see, it's thriving and coming into flower. And there's another Cordyline coming into flower there. So some highlights from our spring garden, and what a great time of year this is. Is it spring? Yeah, I think it's late spring, early summer. I hope your gardens are looking equally good. If you've got any suggestions, any questions, we'd love to hear from you. A couple of you have been asking how our Fatsia has come back after we gave it a hard prune a few years ago. Well, there we are. It's looking rather lovely. Lovely kind of well-branched dome of glossy foliage there. So yeah, another fine example of how a hard prune in spring on some of these evergreens can produce, you almost like start again with a shrub like that. We cut it right back down to a couple of stumps there. You'll see the video from a couple of years ago. Maybe, yeah, if you're good, I'll put a little clip, a little link to that video in the at the end of the video here, and on the description as well. Anyway, I better do some work, a bit less talking, a bit more working. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you soon.